In May of 2015, Pope Francis wrote an encyclical entitled Laudato Si. This letter explained the Catholic Church's teachings about climate change. Demand for this letter was very high, so much so that it actually crashed the Vatican website. Pope Francis quickly realized that what was needed was new ways of explaining this teaching to Catholics. And so, the Laudato Si movement was created in order to bring together Catholics who were interested in promoting the Pope's message. In May of 2024, St. Julie Billiart Church in San Jose, California, hosted a short class for the parishioners of that parish, in which they tried to explain what the Pope was saying and why. This video is a record of that presentation.
We hear it so much that it feels like a buzzword, but it is far from it. Climate change is a real and serious issue. But isn't the climate always changing? What exactly is climate change, and why should we care?
Good question. This is a lecture that I put together for the faith formation students a few weeks ago, and I was a little skeptical as to how that would be received, but it turned out that our young people, our high school students and such, know all about this. And so I didn't have anything to teach them from a perspective of answering those questions. At this point, I think most people know what climate change is, why it's important, and what to do about it. The problem is, we're not doing anything about it. Climate scientists, they claim, are lying to us. They're just trying to make some money. And they were wrong about other things that they predicted, and they'll tell all kinds of stories from 50 years ago about ozone and whatever. Others believe that climate change is real, and I'm certainly in that camp. It's caused by burning fossil fuels, oil and gas. And the oil companies are lying to us in order to make money. So how do we know which one is lying? Well, actually, we found out back in the 70s. Let me explain how.
ExxonMobil, one of the world's biggest oil companies. They knew this from their own research back in 1977. Ironic, because now they're one of the leading opponents of climate change science. In fact, some in the oil industry had known about climate change even earlier. And what they found led them to make pretty accurate predictions about what we're seeing today, that the world is getting warmer, ice caps are melting, and the climate is changing. Thing is, all that is caused by what makes Exxon money, extracting and burning fossil fuels.
How are we going to solve this problem? Who do we know how we can trust? The energy companies, we can't trust any longer because they're not telling us the truth. Many people think they can't trust the scientists because people have been telling them the scientists are lying to you. Is there anybody that we can trust? Turns out there's one person.
Come è stato annunciato, sarà pubblicata una lettera enciclica. Questa enciclica è rivolta a tutti.
Well, the Vatican releases Pope Francis's wildly anticipated encyclical on the environment.
Late today, the leader of the world's 1.2 billion Catholics arrived for a 5-day
Never before has an official papal teaching letter been so widely praised and criticized.
Thousands of police officers on duty for Francis's first full day right here in the Big Apple.
The Pope reportedly agrees that global warming is real and that humans are to blame. There are still skeptics out there that say that, the Pope is not qualified or the Pope is not the authority.
So he's building off of a scientific literature. He's not attempting to be a scientist.
It's actually a reflection on the planet. It's a moral document.
It seems to me that the Pope is preaching politics from the pulpit. And that's something I'm not too
That the Pope is not pronouncing authoritatively on climate change.
Rather than fighting mythical global situation. Terribly misinformed. He's doing a terrible disservice to the entire Catholic theology.
It's a most remarkable document.
He is way, way out of line.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to cut you off there.
It is an essential document for our time.